Hello friends, if you're new, special welcome to all of you, and if you're returning, a special welcome back. Happy August, friends. The time is flying. Yes, in front of us we are shopping at Lowe's Garden Center for clearance plants only. So look at this beautiful hydrangea in front of us. It's so gorgeous, right? So throughout the video I'm gonna share with you other hydrangeas and show you which one that I would definitely pick up. And hydrangeas are great for cut flowers, and I love this one, but I do not like how it flap over. There's different hydrangeas out there, so do your research before you buy a hydrangea, because as I said before, they have different ones and different bloom head, different bloom type, and different colors and all of that. Anyways, let's get into the video. So these are from the first edition brand. It prefers full sun to part shade. It's hardy down to zone 3. This will get 3 to 5 feet tall and wide. It is drought tolerant and they're great as cut flowers. Yes, I love having hydrangeas as cut flowers in the fall when they're turning into that fall reddish pinkish color. I love those in some phase in the fall time. Anyways, so this is the Little Hardy. Yes, pretty name. And right here you could see how the stems are, I would say, very thin, so that's probably why they're flapping over like that. This is $28.98. Anything above $15 is half off, so this will run you $13 or so. So anyway, friends, so I'm here looking for different ones because they all look alike, right? But then I saw this one like standing upright. Can you see how this is very upright? So I'm like, oh, let me check the tag out. And friends, this was not Little Hardy. This was a different one. This one was Tickled Pink. Yes, beautiful. It allows full sun to part shade. The foliage is dark green. It will get 4 to 6 feet tall and 5 to 6 feet wide. It is hardy down to zone 3 and it is great as a cut flower. And this one, it says the petals giving the blossoms a frilly lacy appearance. So once again, they have different blooms on them. This bloom, I love the blooms on this one. I'll show it to you in a second. This price is the same as the other one. So here we are. To my right is the one I just shared with you. And then going back over here, friends, let me bring this over and I'm just going to do a comparison so I can explain to you what I'm trying to say here. All right, the one on the left, it flaps over. Do you see that? So when you're shopping, just take your time and look through the plant and just take out your phone and Google it to see if it's a plant that you would want to get. The one on the right, this one, the blooms are beautiful, but it grows upright. Can you see the difference? So I would definitely get the one on the right, not the one on the left, unless you want the one on the left for the bunchy looking blooms. So this one is a Little Hardy. And then this one is Tickled Pink. Okay, so okay, friends, I'm gonna bring a third one into the mix here. Here we are. Do you see a difference between the third one and the first and the second? The third one is so much upright, right? Let's see what this is. This is Berry White. It will get 6 to 7 feet tall and 4 to 5 feet wide. It prefers full sun to part shade. It's hardy down to zone 3. It says Berry White is a summer stunner with strong upright stems and large cone-shaped flowers. So when I saw the word upright, I'm like, this is a winner. I don't want to deal with hydrangeas that's flopping over. I just don't want to. Gardening should be easy, and we have a lot of choices out there with plants. Why not make it easy for you? Unless you love the blooms and the one on the left, the very left, go ahead and pick it up. But I would definitely choose the second or the third. But a choice here for me will be the third one. Yes, Berry White. So here we are, Little Hardy to my left here. And then we have Tickled Pink, and then here we have Berry White. Yes, friends, and I love the blooms on the second one. I think I prefer the blooms on the second one, but I prefer the uprightness, if that's the word, for the third one. Absolutely gorgeous, right? So second and third will be my options, but my choice will be the third one. Anyway, I hope I taught you something there when you're picking out your hydrangeas. Alrighty, so in front of us we have proven winners. This is Little Lime. Panico hydrangea, and I did some research on this, friends. This flops over too. So if you're not sure, just take your phone out, Google it, and see if you could find what you're looking for before you purchase these, because with your clearance plants, you cannot return them. So do your research while looking at the plants before you leave the store. Anyway, so this is a petite shrub. It loves sun or part shade. It will get 3 to 5 feet tall and wide. It is hardy from zones 3 to 9, and it blooms summer and fall. Yes, gorgeous, and I love it. I love the blooms on here. And this is $28.98. Seems like they're the same price. So this will be half off also. Friends, I'm just walking through here. They have a lot of hydrangeas in the garden center. Now is the time for you to check out your garden centers. Lowe's Garden Center, oh my goodness, they have been amazing this year. I've never seen this much plant and clearance. It's unbelievable. Yes. And over here they have different vine ground cover. If you're looking for ground cover, they have different ones. And with your ground cover, just be careful. I know like the English ivy, it spreads. So if you're gonna buy a ground cover, once again, do your research, because the worst thing you could do is buy a ground cover that spreads or invasive, and it's just become a headache in your garden. As always, do your research before you pick up the plants. And friends, if you're liking my video so far, I do appreciate if you can click the like button and subscribe if you're not. If you're already subscribed, I truly appreciate your support. Thank you so much. And I'm so excited that you found my channel and you're here and you enjoy my clearance plant videos. As I said to you before, most of my plants in my garden are from the clearance section. So I do enjoy shopping for clearance plants. Anyways, here we are. We have good deals over here, friends. Yes. We have Brunera, loves full sun to partial shade, $15.98, but this will be half off because it's over $15. And it will get 6 to 12 inches tall and 12 to 24 inches wide. It blooms in spring. It's hardy down to -20 to -30 degrees. And I did pick up one of these already, and one of you, my friends, you told me they have true blue flowers on there. So here you can see the stalk where you have spent blooms, but there's no picture of the flowers. But thank you for sharing that with me about the blooms. I do appreciate that. And a great companion in between your hosta and your shade plants. And also we have foamy bells too, another great plant for your shade garden. This is from Monrovia, $15.98. That will be half off. And it will get 12 to 15 inches tall and 18 to 24 inches wide. It blooms spring and summer. It's hardy down to -20 to -30 degrees. Yes, and I think this one is a hybrid from the Corabels, the Heuchera. Anyways, and up here, friends, we have hostas. Yes, you know I love my hostas. I have a hosta lane in my garden. Yes, and your hosta prefers full shade. And friends, they have a lot of hostas here. Just going through here, they have different types. And if you're looking for hosta as trying to start a shade garden, I strongly recommend hosta. But keep in mind, you do not have to buy a lot. You do not. One pot could probably give you 2 plants, or by spring come spring, friend, you have enough to divide. Yes, hosta is the plant that keeps on giving. You just probably need to start out with 3, maybe just 3 different types, and that's it. And by the end of the following year, you will have a lot of hosta plants that you'll be giving away to your friends and family and whoever else want hosta. Just something to keep in mind. And here, friends, I found this lonely raspberry splash lungwort just by itself. Loves partial sun, $15.98, and this is from Monrovia. And all these plants in this small section, they're all shade loving plants. It will get 10 to 12 inches tall and 15 to 18 inches wide, and it's hardy down to -30 to -40 degrees, and it gives you beautiful raspberry looking blooms on here. Yes, so most of these plants, you do them more for the foliage, not so much the blooms. Alrighty, friends, so just walking here, looking through, see what else we can find. Alrighty, friends, here we have more clearance. Oh my goodness, and these are great perennials. I recommend all of these perennials I'm going to share with you. The Rebecca Black Eye Susan, this Loves Full Sun, $12.98. And this one is from Monrovia. It will get 14 to 16 inches tall and wide. It blooms summer and fall, and it's hardy down to -20 to -30 degrees. And your Black Eye Susan is very drought tolerant, and it loves the heat. So $12.98, you will only pay $7 for this. So this is the price discount chart right here for you. And look at that, friends. It looks good, right? Perfectly fine. Nothing's wrong with it. I think they're just getting ready for the fall season. They do not have any fall plants as yet. So I think they're just trying to get rid of all this stock they have available to bring in the fall plants. Anyway, so here we have the Queen Phlox for $7.98. It loves full sun, and this one is a sweet summer Queen Phlox. Such a pretty name. And this will get 24 to 32 inches high and 18 to 24 inches wide, and it blooms in summer, and it's hardy down to -20 to -30 degrees. And just look at this, friends. It's just like one stem looking at you. We had a thunderstorm. It was very windy, so that's why the plants are flat there. And then here we have this beautiful coneflower from Monrovia. This one is a Sombrero Salsa Red, $12.98. And as you know, your coneflower loves full sun. And this will get 18 to 24 inches tall and 16 to 22 inches wide. It blooms summer through fall. It's hardy down to -10 to -20 degrees. Yes, friends. And they have a lot of them in all different colors here. So I'm just gonna go through, dig through, and see which ones I can find for you. And friends, the birds love the echinacea. You probably heard me say this several times. In the fall, leave the spent blooms on. It provides food for the goldfinches and other birds in the winter season when they can't find berries and other foods to eat. They depend on the coneflower, and they eat the dry blooms of the coneflower head. So leave them up in the fall. Do not cut them back. Cut them back in spring, okay? And a pollinator friends will thank us for doing that for them. Alrighty, and here we have more coneflowers. Just looking through here. And coneflowers are also great as cut flowers too, if you did not know that. Yes, I love putting them in cut flower arrangements. Absolutely gorgeous. This one is $8.98. I think this black container is Lowe's brand. This would only be $4. And your coneflowers, they're very resilient plants, very hardy, very strong. Alrighty, friends, and here we have the double scoop raspberry deluxe echinacea from Monrovia. Once again, the echinacea loves full sun. This is a perennial for $12.98. It will get 22 to 24 inches tall and 18 to 20 inches wide. It blooms spring, summer, and fall. It's hardy down to -10 to -20 degrees. Friends, I think this is the first time I'm seeing this at the garden centers. It's probably new. And right here, do you see that? It looks like a scoop, like a pom-pom, I would say. It's so different from the other echinacea because you can see the difference in how the blooms are. One is more flat and this one is more fluffy, so to speak. But I absolutely love this. And I think when I did a shop with me, they had the orange to it, but I'm not seeing the orange on clearance here. And I'm just looking through to see if I could find any other ones. And friends, every year I love to put a different echinacea in my pollinator garden beds. I think I can say I collect echinacea, so to speak. I really recommend them. They're very hardy, very resilient, just a great perennial to have in your garden. Absolutely. Anyways, and here we have roses. I shared these with you already in a previous videos. You're looking for roses? Check out Lowe's. Friends, they have a ton of roses. Not just double knockout roses, they have different specialty ones also. Do you see that? They even have another bed of roses outside on the entrance. Yes, they have a lot of roses, and I don't know what's going on with this random plants connected. I thought it was funny. Anyway, let's move on and see what else we can find. I'm just sharing with you just perennials. These look like some dahlias or something they have here. And I feel like the garden center, they had more perennials than clearance. Yes, they rarely had any of the annual plants. Anyway, so here we have daylily for $16.98. This will bloom in summer. It's an upright perennial, and it will get 18 to 24 inches tall and wide. It's non-hardy in zones 1 to 2. This is one plant I do not have in my garden, daylily. Yes, it's good for texture because it looks like a grass, right? And then the blooms come out from in the center. So if you're looking to add daylilies, I know some of you love your daylilies or you collect daylilies, check out Lowe's. They have different types here. And here we have more daylilies on this end. This one is so pretty. This one is the red daylily for $8.94. This blooms spring and fall. So this will only cost you, friends, $4. Yes, it will get 36 inches tall and 24 inches wide. It's non-hardy in zones 1 to 2. I did not realize it gets so big. That's like 3 feet. Wow, for the daylily. So as always, when you get a plant, just look at the requirements and give it the space that it needs for when it matures in the future. All right, very important. It looks very small now, but it will get bigger. So make sure you give it the spacing it needs. And here we have the curls daylily. This one blooms spring and summer. And this one will get 24 to 38 inches tall and 18 to 24 inches wide. It's non-hardy in zones 1 to 3. All right, friends, more clearance plants. Yes, I think there were probably 80% clearance plants at the garden center. Anyway, so from proven winners, we have Dark Side of the Moon. It loves full sun, full shade, $12.98. Oh, this is an Astilbe. It's a perennial, so it comes back. And it says it will get 20 to 22 inches. It's hardy in zones 4 through 9. It blooms midsummer to late summer. And as I said, it allows full sun to full shade. I definitely would put this in the shade area. And it says it's a rich, deep chocolate brown leaves, as you can see. Yes, new leaves are yellow with a dark margin, turning completely dark as they age. Raspberry buds open to rosy purple flowers. Oh my goodness, I think that looks like it would look pretty. But I love it for the dark chocolate color and the texture, and just to add some of this to the shade garden. But it's so different. I love proven winners. They always have different plants you can add to your garden. Friends, okay, hear me out. I know this is an annual. It's coleus, right? It's absolutely gorgeous, but I just had to share it with you. It was right next to me and I just had to share it with you. This is a Color Blaze Wicked Hot Coleus, $10.98. And with your coleus, friends, guess what you can do? You can bring this inside and treat it as a house plant. Yes. And what I would do, I would take clippings from it. They're easy to propagate. And you get more coleus and treat it as a house plant. And in the fall season, you have coleus outside. And you also have some in your house to add that fall color foliage in your house, because you see the color, right? It's definitely a fall color. Just a tip for you. That's why I decided to include it in for you. Anyway, so here we have more echinacea. Yep, these are $60.98, so this will be half off. There was no tag on it, so I don't know how tall it will get, but these look like they will get pretty tall. Just look at that. It was huge, yes. Alright friends, so I really hope you enjoyed my video, and I'm gonna share with you what I got in another video. And as I keep promising you guys, I will do a tour of all my clearance plants in my garden, which will probably be almost all of the plants in the garden. But I just wanted to encourage you to shop your clearance section, see what you can find. If you're not sure about the plant, take out your phone and do some research before you buy it. But thank you so much, and I'm heading home now, and I'll share that video with what I got in another video. Alright friends, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.